And here we have a couple of World War I era bolt-action rifles. Got a Mauser there on the bottom, Mauser 98. That's actually a 1912 Chilean model. It was made between 1912 and 1914, and it's actually a 1912-61. So it started life made by Steyr in Austria, and it was a 7mm Mauser, and it has a 29-inch barrel on it. And at some point in the 60s, or perhaps even later, what they did was they rebored the barrel for 308, and they put a chamber insert in it for the 308, or, well, 7.62 NATO cartridge. In fact, it's stamped on the back of the receiver 7.62N. And the rifle on top is a No. 1 Mark III British Enfield. That was made in 1916. And of course it's been sporterized a little bit there. The stock's been whittled on, but the action, the barrel length, the sights, everything else is as it would have been. In fact, it's even got the old magazine cut off on it. Obviously in World War I, you know, you had a lot of trench warfare, and it was just nothing but mud. I can't imagine that these guns didn't get mud on. There's not a lot of stuff out there on how they actually perform in the mud. They did make muzzle covers for them, flip-up muzzle covers for these guns. They made action covers, so that would indicate that it was a problem. But you never know until you actually try it and put mud on it and try to fire the thing. You don't really know what's going to happen. So, anyways, let's see what happens. And today I'm shooting a 175 grain cast lead bullet with a gas check and about 21 grains of 57-44. It's a little smoky, but it's pretty accurate in this gun. And even though it has a 10-round magazine, I'm just going to load 5 rounds for the test for both rifles, obviously the Mauser and the Enfield. So we'll see. Germany versus England. We'll see which one prevails. Well, there we have it. The rifle's working pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and put 5 rounds in it. I'm going to cycle one in the chamber, put the safety on, and then I'm going to cover the action with mud. That's pretty muddy. A little bit of it off there. There it is. Safety's off. Going into battery. Come on, come on. Yep. Huh. You don't want to fire, but it's doing it. shit. Okay. 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 Nope. Okay. All right. There we go. Come on. Well, there's the one that I couldn't get to fire. Try it one more time. There we go. Alrighty. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Well, you can see if you got mud on your gun, it would not be any fun to try to operate it, but it'll still fire, you know. So that's not bad. That's 5 rounds. I got all 5 rounds to finally fire, but it really doesn't want to cycle out of action. But yeah, I guess if the British troops got mud on their guns, they could just, yeah, in some capacity, keep firing them. So I'm going to put another 5 rounds in it and see how it does. Here's a little better view. There we go. Now we're cooking. Come on. Come on. Okay, well, pretty jammed up now. Really? Oh, there it goes. Okay. There we go. Huh. Come on, come on. Well, you can see this thing's, I don't know, I guess if you could still fire it to some degree, but next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try a little bit of water, pour some water on that action, and see if I can't loosen it up a little bit. Cartridge back in there, so I think I got 4 in the gun now. Yeah, there we go. One more round. Didn't fire over here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Well, 2, 4. Well, that's 10 rounds out of the gun. Obviously, it's no picnic to fire. You almost need a rubber mallet to operate the action. But if your life depended on it, I got a funny feeling you'd figure out a way to get that bolt to cycle. Or more likely, you'd do everything you could to keep mud off your gun. But yeah, I guess guess if you were out in the trenches in, 1916 with this rifle, you know, you could continue to fire. So I don't know if I'd call it a pass. I guess it passed. It's, fired all 10 rounds. But alrighty, well, let's take a stab at the Mauser, see if the German gun fares any better than the English gun.